Hello. Wow. I'm trying a new experiment. So I wanted to read the thread on Kiwi Farms about, I want to do it with my VR headset mic, which is a better microphone than that goofy clip-on mic that I usually wear right here that sounds kind of muddy. And especially because Kiwi Farms is currently getting DDoSed, it would be helpful if I just read over this, at least this sort of master post. It's in the Nicholas Robert Rekieta law thread, page 2731, and it's post number 54,605. Wow. The post by Baldo's Gate, and says, do you know MANdy? This is about Nick Rekieta being catfished by apparently, most likely, a dude who is going under the name MANdy and posting tit pics. I won't be showing them because I do intend this video to just be on YouTube. Do you know MANdy? MANdy is the catfish redditor / former TF2 addict who prompted Nick's complosion. This is the supposed picture of MANdy, and it says catfish, but you can see it's like blurry picture, kind of a plain chick, bland chick face, but that didn't matter to Nick. It was pictured a claimed picture of MANdy, likely stolen from, like many other of her photos, and then the catfish's picture B, the catfish's lair, posted by MANdy. And then a quote from Nick saying, you made a bunch of dudes turbo horny. The people who are mad about it have all left locals. Yeah, you weirdos who get, you weirdos, you, talking to you weirdos, you constantly getting mad about how hot MANdy was. And that's a quote from Nick Rekieta to MANdy, likely a man, definitely a catfish. Here's a clip. I don't know how well this will play. The DDoSing may have just stopped because I was able to get a bunch of the pictures to load up for another video I want to do about Rekieta. But here, let's see how much this plays.
Oh, MANdy, you came and you teased with the picture.
Yeah, it got up to this much. It may have to continue. It's buffering, but here, that's clips that have been played. Yeah, recorded. Nick Rekieta serenading MANdy on the night she posts some of her nudes. This started his locals' descent into degeneracy. Why am I always trying to start the word degeneracy with the letter J? I don't know. Very sad. And a couple weeks later, a liquor bottle would appear, wedged up his ass. I would like to give credit to the following users for their assistance in writing this post. Heimdall All-Seeing Waifu, Autistic Right Elb, which is Alyssa Clips, and Captain Manning, lol, again. Part 1, the mechanic, the Janny, and the non-practicing lawyer. And it's like, catfished, the Janny. This is, what does he mention? The guy's name. So, well, whatever. I forgot his name. Oh, wait, C. Goody, I think, is the Janny's name. Catfished, the NPL, non-practicing lawyer, and Catfish, the mechanic. Notice that this picture is pretty clearly different from this. This girl and this girl are supposed to be the same, and clearly not. In fact, they go over. We'll be looking at that very soon. Amanda Michelle Caravicius. Viscous fluid. No, wait. That's not her name. Hold on. Guys, that's not her name. Allegedly born August 8, 1989, and going by the name MANdy Caravicius. I'm just going to pronounce it that way. I think Rekieta said Caravicius, which may be how it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't think he really knows. Again, nobody's heard her voice to clear up how that last name is even supposed to be pronounced. But MANdy has been a major presence in the community surrounding Nick Rekieta and LawTube for over 3 years at this point. At Peace Through Power reported that MANdy made her entrance to what was to later become the Baldo Expanded Universe in September 2020 when she sent this $5 super choyat to Nick Rekieta. And here's a clip. Again, this will post like the first few seconds.
MANdy Caravicius. I just came home from work and made some hamburger helper stroganoff with parm.
Yeah. Here's a screen cap of the thing. I just came home from work, made hamburger helper. Oh, yeah. Wait. Let me play just the rest of what
cheese
we'll
and
play.
Toasted garlic bread.
Oh, shit. Again, it's it may continue loading after a minute. It may not. But it's just him, reading the super chat and replying, whatever. If you can get on the Kiwi Farms thread, then go for that. But she mentions Parmesan cheese and toasted garlic bread, Manischewitz, which he, interestingly enough, Nick Rekieta pronounces Manischewitz red wine. Wants some Manischewitz. First of all, it looked funny on my table. But anyways, that was a Goodfellas reference. Anyways, over time, MANdy became a top super chatter to Rekieta, pay pig. In other words, a nice way of saying pay pig. And associated streamers. Of course, they're always, that's the thing about them. They're always throwing money around to all of them to sort of enforce the hive mind, the groupthink, that kind of thing. More information about MANdy became known. MANdy was born in Israel. Grew up in Waco, Texas, and now lives in nearby Arlington in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, working as a mechanic, or so it was told. MANdy claimed to have been a Hooters waitress before becoming a mechanic. Here's Rekieta riffing on her background in September 2022 when he suggested MANdy start a topless tune-ups business in response to a super chat from her. It's a video on Invidious, which is apparently being blocked. It's not Kiwi Farms is blocking it, but I think Invidious is blocking Kiwi Farms or something. There's just something going on where it's not loading up. But there's a direct link to the video and source Alyssa Clip's clip, which, again, we could go through. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to read the post. The post kind of establishes what the videos, are saying or what they're about anyway. So it's okay. The post continues saying, it wasn't just MANdy's frequent pay piggery that gained her status in the inner sanctum of Rekieta fans. She regularly flirted with C. Goody, Corey, one of Rekieta's top mods, even in public in the live chats, eventually earning a wrench herself. And here's a quote from a Kiwi post from Robut Guliamen, who I just found out almost on accident was, I believe, one of the Ultramarines, one of the Ultramarine captains from Warhammer 40k. So that's what that's a reference to. Okay. Wow. But his posts say, she came on during the Rittenhouse trial. Her and C. Goody had a fling that lasted a couple of months, and she has been a mod on YouTube since. She and C. Goody had their thing, which started shortly after she showed up in chat. Other than that, I don't know. I believe her YouTube username is her first and last name. And then another post of his saying, I can confirm the MANdy and C. Goody thing as far as them saying it in chat on Nick's night streams sometime around Rittenhouse. I have trouble remembering whether it was before, during, or after. It was before and during MANdy being modded on the channel. Now that is a lot of streams to go through, but it's there and it was fairly often. They also talked about it during watch parties on Nick's Twitch during the same time frame. Anyone who wants to scrub through the chats can feel free. And then quotes, I will sign your tits. That's a quote from Rekieta talking about MANdy. I will sign your tits. And then here's a YouTube comment from C. Goody saying, MANdy would definitely take all of Camelot's STDs with a smile on her face And then, in all seriousness, MANdy is gem, does hilarious art, is hilarious in general. The standard that they have for things being hilarious. Very, very much a typical standard for the Rekieta fan base. And he says, and is a fantastic member of the community. Yeah, I bet she is. Is there a way I can do air quotes in this? Oh, wait. But that was... Wait. Okay, that one. Oh, yeah. Wait. Come on, hand. Come on, hand. It used to be that you could, like... Oh, wait. Here's single air quotes. Community, or she, or... What was I saying? I don't know. Because I closed the overlay, the Steam overlay. There. Now it's open. Okay, so what was I saying? By spring 2022, MANdy had been a prominent part of not just Rekieta's fan base, but Rekieta's content itself. For instance, in this one stream by Rekieta in June 2022, Rekieta said MANdy over 30 times, engaging in an active discussion with MANdy, who is typing in the chat. In the course of the stream, Rekieta confirmed that MANdy was already sending tit pics to See Goody or whatever. The or whatever is a very frequent... Rekieta says or whatever in reference to a lot of things. That it's clearly some kind of tell. Here, let's play this and see how much of it loads for... Just try to preempt it. I don't know. But here, the post continues saying, Rekieta's main goal during the stream was to convince MANdy to attend the 2022 edition of the Anime Matsuri Anime Convention in Houston, Texas, that was to be held in August of that year. Why was Rekieta wanting MANdy to attend Anime Matsuri 2022? And then, quote, I will sign your tits. I'm done. I'm done with life. MANdy, show up at Anime Matsuri. I will sign your tits. He later pressed MANdy to confirm that she was going to attend. She better. She's going to... Wait, does this show up when I... There. She better. Okay. I don't actually... I can't exactly see... All I can really see is the web browser right now. That's all I'm looking at. Which is fine. That's fine. Let's see. He later pressed MANdy to confirm that she was going to attend, saying he had to prep Lady Rackets. I'm going to say Lady Rackets. MANdy is going to show up. She's Lithuanian. She apparently has tits. See Goody says they're pretty good. I'm going to sign them. I got to tell her before she's there. This is Rekieta trying to pretend that he hadn't already seen them, of course. That evasive, disingenuous Rekieta. Classic Rekieta move. Okay, yeah.
Andy's out here sending tit pics to See Goody or whatever.
Or whatever.
What is this, MANdy? What is this? Who's the Griv King? I don't have tit pics. I can't even verify if I should tell See Goody to run away.
Did Nick send dick pics to anyone? Did Nick Rekieta send dick pics to Tug's wife, who was constantly catfishing dudes for dick pics? I think, personally, yes, Nick Rekieta sent a picture of his dick to that umbrella guy's wife, because there's a long and very well-documented proven history of that happening. Let me, I want to see if this other clip, here, right. Is this loading? Now it's just completely unloaded, so I don't think this will work. Or will it? No, I think it's just bugged out. I hope it's not going to try to reload the entire page. That's fine. It may start playing on its own later, whatever.
Away from you. Very, very breaded, lady. Come on. What the fuck is this? Anyway, I'm joking. I'm literally joking. I don't want tit pics.
Literally joking, guys.
Inbox. Fuck off. It's a joke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't even sign my tits. I hate you. MANdy, look, MANdy. I'm telling you this right now, MANdy. Show up to Anime Matsuri. I will 100%. I've changed my mind on this, MANdy.
Already? It's the same stream.
I will sign your tits.
Hmm.
I'm done. I'm done with life.
He should be. But here, we'll continue with the thread too. Or just this one post. It's a very long post. Let's get through it. Let's get through it. Anyways, at the or whatever, to quote Nick Rekieta, the famous YouTuber, Grammy Award-winning YouTuber, Nick Rekieta. It says, at the time, MANdy said that she probably wouldn't be able to attend due to work. Not even going to try the air quotes. How? Guys, how do I do the air quote? Whatever. She ultimately decided not to attend, despite the fact that Cynthia, twice banned from kiwifarms. Yeah, this Cynthia lady who apparently, I don't know if she's I think she's a pretty good example, most likely, of a former Nick Rekieta fan who just had a meltdown. And sort of like with Owen Benjamin, where a bunch of Owen Benjamin fans just suddenly, they hate him, but they were psychos in the first place, as pretty much all of Nick Rekieta's fans were. Psychos, delusional, dishonest, child abusers, whatever. But again, that's not me speculating. That's been objectively proven. But yeah, most likely Cynthia was a fan of Rekieta and a nut job, and then basically jumped on the bandwagon of hating Rekieta, but still being a nut job. But this post says, despite the fact, can I actually sort of highlight these? Oh yeah, look at that. It's tricky because it kind of drags. But anyways, whatever. Despite the fact that Cynthia, twice banned from kiwifarms and Nick's locals, claimed that she even offered to pay for her trip. And then here's a quote from Cynthia Behave on kiwifarms. I guess before she was banned from kiwifarms. Twice, apparently. And it says, notably, back in the day, we all tried really hard to get Corey and MANdy to Anime Matsuri, Nick included. Somewhere there's a hilarious clip of Nick talking about MANdy and Corey needing to be on separate crosses facing away from each other because the flirt heat was so hot. Whatever. I even offered to pay for her to go, and Corey said he was game, sort of. He was worried about getting weed there. Oh no, darn. Earlier this year, MANdy claimed that the reason she could not attend was because she had no PTO left, in quotes. Here's a YouTube comment from someone named Plead the Fifth saying he's been obsessed with MANdy for multiple years now. It would be funny if she was a catfish because he has invited her to Matsuri multiple times, but she hasn't come. Or hasn't came. And then it says MANdy replies saying, he invited me once when I had no PTO left, not multiple times. I guess except now counts as multiple. PTO, I'm guessing, means paid time off. The post continues saying, August 2022 rolled around and Nick Rekieta, coming off the high of his coverage of the Johnny Depp trial, naturally pretending to be in support of Johnny Depp when, you know, we could, that's a whole other topic, but basically it was a fake, and that can be proven with facts and logic. But was feted as a king at Anime Matsuri. Here's Nick marveling and bragging at the size of the line to meet him at the convention while streaming from his room at the Hedonism 2 Swingers Resort in Jamaica, where he traveled to after the convention. I'm a little more mush-mouthed today than usual. Here, let's see if this picture loads up. It may not. And it doesn't seem to be. I want to give it a few seconds, but I mean, it could load up if I give it a minute. I don't want to. I'll just keep reading the post. You can kind of see. Here's the thing: is that you can see the picture he's showing of his line, and then him streaming is the Hedonism 2 hotel room that people on Kiwi Farms actually did their due diligence on for a change. They used to not do that. Used to do the exact opposite. Something called sweeping, I believe it's called. But now they're doing the opposite of sweeping. I think that's a good thing. And here, the locals' cum explosion. Rekieta Law replying to MANdy K. MANdy K saying, yeah, I was burned bad for that, lol. And Rekieta replies to her saying, poofed, burned. You made a bunch of dudes turbo horny. The people mad about it have all left locals. Again, trying to act like those people who got mad, they got mad. They're losers. They're weirdos, you could say. The post continues saying, sadly, it was all downhill from there. Rekieta was ultimately suspended from YouTube in October of 2022, though the suspension was later reversed. And he responded by promoting his content on alt-tech platforms Rumble and Locals, which Rumble and Locals are essentially the same platform. Locals is just more of a social media wing, where Rumble is the video hosting wing. Locals features a chat room opened 24/7 for paying subscribers to participate in, though the page was set up to allow non-paying users to view. It became particularly notorious for its parasocial nature. Oh, that is that when the parasocial stuff started? I mean, the local stuff was especially parasocial, but his fan base was even more especially parasocial before then. They were his fans were rabidly parasocial even in like early 2018. I know that from personal experience too. As usual, for some reason, I'm always the one to just be a casual noticer, whereas a lot of people are angry at the noticing. Even people on Kiwi Farms used to be angry at the noticing. I remember that from personal experience as well. But anyways, it became particularly notorious for its parasocial nature, in which fans would compete for Nick Rekieta's attention, which eventually devolved into nonstop thirst posting, which Nick encouraged and even participated in himself, along with his wife. Yeah, the bottle pictures and the nude pictures. The thirst posting was kicked off in earnest a couple weeks earlier in October by none other than MANdy. And here's a quote from a post on Kiwi Farms from somebody named Yandex CAPTCHA Solver. And he says, again, I'm not pointing out as like, is Yandex CAPTCHA Solver also? I'm just saying, I assume everyone on Kiwi Farms is male. Very racist of me, and I wanted to do that intentionally. That's intentional. Anyways, he says, my understanding of MANdy is she kicked it off with the lewd posting of her tits on her potato quality phone, which is an interesting detail on its own. We'll get into that, since I'm going to read the entire thread, post. Thread. Pshaw. Thread. I'm not reading this entire thread. We're starting at 2730, page 2731. I'm not reading the entire thread here, guys. Guys, choyet. The post continues saying, MANdy posted the photo while Nick was streaming live on Locals on October 26, 2022, firing the starter on the Locals thirst posting. Nick encouraged her to post a picture. She was teasing, saying, MANdy, if you posted the picture, you could go to bed. You could go to bed is his way of saying, get out of here before I start to thirst so hard. Before being seemingly pretend annoyed, reading the post again, before being seemingly pretend annoyed, but actually elated when she posted a topless picture of herself. And again, there's not enough sneer quotes or sarcasm quotes in the world. So I do appreciate that this guy just doesn't even really try. He doesn't even try. I mean, in a good way. I made myself lol out loud there while leaning over to delete the picture. He said, first of all, nice. Second of all, why would you post that before adding, sure, I'll sign them. And here's direct link and then originally clipped by Alyssa Clips. Now, you know what? I think I will click on this. I don't know how this will show
says,
up.
Nick, I took a pic, but you don't know if you should post it. What do you mean you don't know if you should post it? Why not? What are you worried about?
This is still listed. Okay.
I saw that one post you made, or the one picture you posted in chat. It was good.
Oh, I can't see that.
People hate your body. Fuck them.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Nick,
what do they hate your
defend
body
her.
For?
Defend her, Nick. She
Guys,
needs
stop letting other people dictate.
Catfish Defense Force. Pancake Catfish Defense Force in full force. Here, I'll just go back to I wanted to play a little bit of that and go back to the thread. Photos of Nick and Kayla at a nude beach believed to be the beach at Hedonism 2. Although if it isn't, that's even worse, isn't it? But as well as most infamously, a photo of a whiskey bottle wedged up Nick Rekieta's bare ass ultimately made their way off of locals and onto the wider internet in mid-November of 2022, leading to Rekieta's thread on the site being moved from the multimedia board to Internet Famous, where it always should have been, as I called years ago. And as always, I was proven right about. Also, by the way, I want just to, not that I should be constantly praising the guy who wrote this post, but an actual accurate use of the word infamous, or infamously here, because that is what infamous actually means, is known for being bad, not a good thing. Infamous doesn't mean really famous. Infamous means bad, basically, which is properly used here. That needs to really be enforced. I see so many people. Pyrocynical's latest video, his latest official video, the one about Entropy Zero, a really good video. But he still, I think twice even, I counted. I memorized it with all the power of my OCD. I got OCD so bad, guys. But I think twice he uses infamous incorrectly to mean, he uses it to mean really famous. Very sad. Anyways, continuing the post. MANdy continued posting lewds in locals over the coming months, though the locals chat eventually slowed down. Notice, by the way, I was able to zoom in the thing. Again, I'm still testing and experimenting with some of this this new show format. It's a new show and a new format. I zoomed this in so it should be a little more visible up in the corner, and I think I arranged the camera a little better too. So things are good. Things are wonderful. Nick ultimately had an infamous drunken meltdown stream in May 2023 where he slurred out how much he would want to have sex with MANdy if he was not married. He even tried to convince her again to come to this year's Anime Matsuri convention in Houston in 2023, saying, MANdy is gorgeous, she's a gorgeous woman, and Lady Rackets would fucking fawn over MANdy if, unquote, if she attended. Many people speculated in Nick's thread or the Alyssa Clips comment section, hey, big ups to Alyssa Clips comment section, that this was a euphemism for a threesome, even though he also said, I will never have sex with you or whatever. But this was never confirmed. And then here's this clip. Instead of clicking on this link, I'm going to try to just paste this actual video because it's an unlisted video. I'm going to paste the entire video basically right here. I'll just start this video so you can see it.
Camelot, hey, do you know MANdy?
Yeah.
How can someone not know MANdy?
She has nice tits.
MANdy is
That she
so
does.
fucking gorgeous.
Would eat that ass.
Oh my God. MANdy, if I were single, MANdy, you would never be single again. MANdy, if I were not married, girl, I would wreck you. I would save you. I would do whatever on earth. I would do
Also-
whatever on earth to praise you. these weird guys who are like, oh, you're too depressed or whatever. No, stop it.
But what if you were on the MDMA and then your PP had
I don't
the
need
name?
Kimla. I don't need MDMA from
What if
Mandy.
the PP was tracking
Mandy,
Mandy?
Mandy is so goddamn hot. Mandy is fucking phenomenally hot. Mandy is so hot. Mandy, if you come to Matsuri, I will not say a goddamn word.
Oh,
I won't say anything. I'm a Christian trad, whatever. Lady Rackets will tell you that you are fucking fire. I don't need to say a goddamn word.
so
Mandy.
you won't eat her ass if she comes to Montsuri.
Let's not go too far, Camelot.
I will.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth because no, Mandy's fantastic. She's cool. She's based. She's hilarious. She's talented. And listen, Mandy is gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman. And Lady Rackets would fucking fawn over Mandy. Mandy. These dudes that are letting you down, these people that are fucking hurt, like that are harming your life, relationship, whatever, they're garbage. You're a fantastic, wonderful person, and you don't need any of this validation at all. Mandy, you're fantastic. You're great. I love you. You're fucking wonderful. Look, I'm married. I'm a humble, wonderful man. I will never have sex with you or whatever. But plenty of people would. And anyone who wouldn't is fucking retarded.
Continuing with the post here. This was one of the few incidents during the past year and a half that Rekieta has expressed any regret for, and actually prompted Nick to admit that he was drinking too heavily on his streams. No. He said he was going to cut back on his on-air drinking, which he did for a very limited period of time. In DMs that leaked to kiwifarms in August, a former fan told him that his going on for nearly 2 minutes about the things you would do to MANdy if you were single was very clearly not a joke. And Nick comes off as incredibly sexually frustrated, to which Nick admitted that the incident was a bad one, and it hurt a lot of people. It probably hurt MANdy. See, he's really concerned about this catfish, this guy that is catfishing him, and catfishing one of his biggest simp mods, the big Janny. To which Nick admitted that the incident was a bad one and hurt a lot of people. It probably hurt MANdy, who didn't deserve it, and it definitely was really shitty for my wife. And here's a couple screen caps of DMs. I plan to do an entire other video reading through all of the DMs. They're gigantic. Nick wrote a fucking book, but I plan to do a video like this, I think. I think this will work out, where I read through that. So I won't read them now. And it says, picture A, excerpt of message from former fan, perception check. That's the name of the former fan. And then B, excerpt of reply from Nick Rekieta. And post continues saying, while MANdy was extremely active in the community, there's one thing she was not active in: voice chat. She was in locals giving excuses for why her mic didn't work and how she can't use Discord voice chat. And here's quotes from her. Let's see, this may not load up when I click on it, so whatever. I can still read it from here, basically, if I get up close. But here's MANdy K replying to C Goody. Hey, at Dependosaurus Rex, and I almost got my mic working on Discord, but I am confused. It worked for a second, then poof, stopped. I don't know why. And then another from MANdy saying, I just updated drivers and my PC barely recognizes the damn thing. I wonder if it's broken. Gee, what a shame. What a shame. I was going to say, where's my soundboard? Oh, that's right. I could use the soundboard. I could actually open that. Not going to. Not going to do that for this. For streams, maybe. Whatever. here, if I squint, good thing I have still okay eyesight. But this says, C. Goody replying to MANdy. MANdy saying, I almost got my mic working. C. Goody says, can help you run through the settings, see if that's the problem, ? Here's some guy saying, I have a barbecue tomorrow. I won it back. And then can't have a barbecue without the main course. And then I switched plugs to I'm so fucking confused. MANdy saying that. So it looks like it's just a screen cap of some general conversation, including her trying to get the voice chat working. Here is the next, another section of the post. Saying the profile picture. But wait a second, let's look at all that old YouTuber profile picture used by MANdy. A little closer that I used at the top of the post above. Credit to Not Who You Think, the username, Not Who You Think, for highlighting this part of the screenshot. And then here's this picture, which, again, if I click on it, okay, that worked. But here's this MANdy. And also here in the corner, actually, that's not MANdy. This in the corner, notice it says MANdy Carvisius MIG-TO podcast. And this in the corner with the YouTube logo over it is supposed to be MANdy's profile pic. And here is Not Who You Think saying, also MANdy's old profile pic appears to be her working as a mechanic. Weird seeing her with clothes on. And back to the post saying, is this what MANdy looks like with clothes on? And again, here is MANdy picture. Hey, Drexel, blah, blah, blah. But again, this is apparently supposed to be MANdy. And the post says, well, no. I was able to find the original source for the profile picture. It's a stock image of a mechanic from Japan. Here again, I click on it and it works. It's wonderful. I did try preloading most of these pictures. So maybe that's why this one's working. Or maybe it's not, the site's not being DDoS'd right this second, or DDoS'd, however you want to say it. All the various ways you want to say it. Wow. I just, for some reason, this will always be so impressive. I'm moving my arms. Anyways. Part 2, analyzing the October 26th, 2022 topless photo. And here is apparently MANdy using a different profile pic here for, I believe this is locals, but saying I should show Nick the boob pic from a long time ago. From a long time ago, you say, wait. Whatever. The EXIF metadata. Now, a lot of this is technical stuff I may not go fully through, but I think I'm going to anyways, just because. Because it's here. Why am I going to read it? Because it's here. I'm gesturing. Okay, again. As described above, the topless photo, which I'm not going to show, by the way, just so if anyone's like, oh no, is there going to be a topless photo? I basically can't. I would like to. I would give a warning if I was going to also. But here's actually a sort of a plain text link to it, which is also censored. I'll get to that, though. So, as described above, the topless photo that MANdy dropped on October 26th was deleted immediately by Nick, but she posted other versions of it, which were censored with various items overlaid on top of the nipples, which were apparently deemed as acceptable content by Nick. In one such version, posted in November 2022 and available live on locals as of the time of this writing, with the metadata relevant to this section still attached at the following URL, which, again, I could have opened, can't. It says NSFW censored nipples. The nipples in the photo are obscured by a pair of male nipples overlaid on top. That's not a good way to censor things, but whatever. You know me. I don't like to judge. Other versions, such as one with the Rekieta Law logo embedded on top, have been archived on this thread. And it's a link to another thread, which Yeah, it's the same thread. It's just like another 2,000 pages, or oh wait, no, it's about 1,500 pages earlier. It's page, if I hover over this just right, 1201. So page 1,201. Okay, months ago, it was noticed that Locals does, or at least did, not wipe all EXIF metadata, which is saved by most phones when a picture is taken. That's worth knowing for anyone out there who takes pictures on your phone. If you want to try to erase data, the kind of stuff on EXIF data it's not like it's going to dox you necessarily, or it shouldn't anyways, but it's worth noticing that it saves extra data that can be simply looked at. I saw this tooth is still chipped. I didn't want to exactly do this stream, but still, whatever. We're making do. Wipe the EXIF data completely, whereas Facebook wipes it, but adds data starting FBMD, which is like Facebook MD. It's like House MD, but with Facebook. No. Just no. Anyways, unfortunately, it seems that none of the GIF files posted by MANdy have any EXIF data attached to them. However, one of the censored versions of the infamous MANdy picture was posted in JPEG format instead of the GIF or PNGs that she often posted, and it has relevant EXIF metadata. And I'm just looking at this picture that's on the screen right now. That is very clearly not the same as the picture up here that we saw. This one right here with clearly Japanese girl. It's the same hair color basically, but this looks more like a dyed black, whereas the Japanese girl is possibly just natural black hair color, but clearly a different person. I suspected, continuing the post, I suspected that this infamous nude photo was actually a picture of a monitor taken with a phone camera. The quality of the picture is rock bottom along with all of her other photos of herself, but it is low quality in a different way than most of the others. There's oddness with the lighting, especially at the bottom of the image, that I thought might be the backlight bleeding off the edges of the monitor. In addition, the perspective seems weird. I noticed that this was extremely similar to another picture posted by MANdy, specifically this one. As you can see, unlike most of her other stolen images, this one is riddled with stripes of mosaic noise and some bleaching in the periphery. This looks like a bright monitor screen, and the flickering of the screen, usually invisible to our eyes, was captured. Regardless, this image is dubious. Before going further, it is worth noting some descriptions MANdy gave of her current phone in the Locals chat. And then here are a bunch of quotes saying, I have a potato Nokia, but hey, no contract and $10 a month for 3 gigs. I have the first Apple phone, and I have a Nokia Android I take to work. Mine is a shit Nokia anyway, Lamau. And then after being asked what network, Verizon. Here's the EXIF metadata. Spoiler, EXIF metadata long. We don't really have to look at this. Although here, I should be, yeah, see. Here basically is an example of stuff that's in metadata. It says, JPEG, big endian, EXIF byte order, Motorola, this kind of stuff. Which, again, it's just showing like scene type, directly photographed, sensing method, one chip color area. So this is the kind of stuff that gets stored in metadata. Not necessarily, here's GPS date time, but it's not really going to show where you are necessarily. But it can show other stuff that you may not want to show. But it says, the camera model name is Nokia 2V. The Nokia 2V, released around 2019, is a Verizon-branded version of the Nokia 2.1, a low-end Android phone. While a review from NeoWin for the Nokia 2.1 from October 2018 states that the camera is subpar at best, whoa, huge, just trashing her camera quality. That is by the standards of 2018, and the included sample photos demonstrate a vastly higher quality than in MANdy's pictures. So yeah, here's an archive of like somebody's review of the camera or the phone or whatever. Now let's really dig into the EXIF metadata. I suspected something was weird. Oh wait. Something was weird when I saw the reported field of view volume of 161.1 degrees, far higher than the typical phone photo. The following extremely detailed analysis of the EXIF metadata was provided by Autistic Right. TLDR, the infamous nude which threw Nick's locals into the thirst-posting craze that turned him into a lolcow, was likely a photo of a computer screen taken by a Nokia running Android 9 just after 8 p.m. Central Time on February 27th, 2022, which is a solid 7-ish months before the photo was posted. And here, starting with the first timestamps, we'll look at the timestamps here. Should be visible here. So I'm not going to read through all that. We can see 2 sets of timestamps here. GPS time, which is 18 seconds ahead of UTC, and the time of creation and modification. GPS time, UTC 2:17 and blah, blah, blah. This is February 2022 creation, blah, blah. The difference is 6 hours. UTC -6 includes Dallas, the claimed place of MANdy's residence. So that part might apparently, most likely, is true. We can also see the phone she was using. Make HMD global, camera model name Nokia 2V. You can erase EXIF data pretty easily, by the way, if you just, like if you're on a PC, just right click it and go to like properties, and I forget if it was security or details, I think details, and it will say if there will be a thing you can click on to just wipe out the personal information on a file, which isn't really that important for pretty much most cases. And again, sometimes when you post it to social media, like apparently Facebook, it will wipe out the EXIF data on its own anyways, which is kind of a good thing. Twitter might do that as well. I don't know. I prefer not to take a chance, but then again, the photographs I take don't really have any risk of that kind of stuff. But here, a Nokia 2V, the original resolution of her selfie is 2448 by 3264. She downsized it proportionally to 400 by 300, or 408 by 308, likely an attempt to disable any reverse image searching tools, which also kind of informs you that you could theoretically disable reverse image searches, such as Google Google image search or TinEye, by just downsizing a picture enough. Theoretically, it can still be detected. TinEye can still detect something if it's sized down enough, but sometimes you can try to get around that, I suppose. Here's the tripod, and that's crossed off, and it says camera specifications of her phone, of the phone: rear single camera, main camera 8 MP, megapixels, autofocus, video recording, blah blah. The front camera is known as the selfie camera, right, and the main camera is the one opposite to the screen shown below on the left. F means the f-stop or aperture value. MP, megapixels. 8 MP means 8 million pixels. The native resolution of the photos from the phone's main camera is 2448 by 3264. This shows that she took the image with the main camera. You may be wondering, what if she was just that tech shabby and knows the main camera will produce better results? We can explore the EXIF data further. And here's shutter speed, aperture value 2.0. The f-stop recorded here is 2.0, which corresponds to the main camera. The EXIF data records of the field of view as 161.1 degrees. And here's code, blah, blah, blah. Hyperfocal distance, 0.12 m. This basically means anything that is 0.12 m 2 equals 0.06 m away from the sensor in focus. The other is 0.6 m, which is out of focus. Useless information. Oh no, I just read it. Oh no, I just read it anyways. With this data, we can calculate the working distance, WD, which is the distance between I don't have to read any of this. I'm going to anyways. This probably won't take that long necessarily. I'm just going to read through it. You know what will make it take it longer? If I keep explaining like this. All right. WD, the working distance, which is the distance between the camera sensor and the subject that is in focus. In this case, it was a photo of MANdy. To do this, we need to calculate the equivalent focal length, first using the FOV and sensor size. There's another reason why I'm reading all of this is because with kiwifarms getting DDoSed, you can't exactly find a good way to read this for yourself. I mean, theoretically. So this is a good way to archive this information. That's really why I wanted to do this video in the first place, is to actually archive this information in video form. FOV usually refers to horizontal FOV in this field of view. So we first need to know the physical length of this camera sensor. We know the image format is 3x4. The pixel size is 1.12 The native image is 2448 by 3264. Horizontally, there are 3264 counts of 1.12 pixels. 1 micrometer equals 0.001 millimeters, meaning the sensor size is 3264 times 1.12 equals 3655, blah, blah, blah. With the values for FOV and sensor size, and then here's a formula that shows it. Definitely not going to read that. Not going to read all that shit. But anyways, this means the distance between the phone camera's sensor and the subject MANdy was only around 1.32 centimeters or 0.52 inches. Have you ever held the phone half an inch away from yourself, phone screen facing away from you, to take a selfie? Like turn your hand away from you and then hold it half an inch from your face to take a selfie. Have you? Neither have I, as it says. And you know what? Neither have I. MANdy's selfie was just a phone photo of a computer monitor. That's basically what all this was proving, essentially. They did the math. They did the autistic math. You noticed something? That's autistic. Didn't you know that? Did you notice that noticing things is autistic? Sure is. Don't do that, I guess. Hey, but that's one thing. If Nick Rekieta will probably never, ever, ever acknowledge this. But if he does, he'll just be like, look at how autistic they are going over the math of like how far away a camera is from a computer monitor. And he'll use that to dismiss the entire thing by just saying, look at how autistic they got over it. Ignoring, of course, that it means that it's true and that they did the math. They did their facts. Anyways, continuing the post. So here's what she did. 1, she found a photo and shrunk it using the image viewer so it can fit on the phone's screen in the camera app. 2, she took a photo of the monitor with the phone around 1 centimeter away. And then 3, she then downsized that photo to ant resolution. This Rekieta stream screenshot and resize this, snap with phone, and then resize again. It appears that aside from downsizing, she also brightened the image and added more contrast. The results of phone cameras always differ from model to model. 4K monitor, so less banding, but you get the point. Thank you again to Autistic Right for providing this analysis. The final part, part 3, the Reddit heist. This should be the final part anyways. Fucking hell, comma, period, MANdy. Nick Rekieta's response to a photo of MANdy K, which was actually stolen from Reddit. And then here's another that says Rekieta replying to MANdy saying, nice legs. Is it? another response to a MANdy photo, which was actually stolen from Reddit. So many pictures stolen from Reddit. And again, I'm not going to show the pictures. I would like to. I would certainly, to quote the great hero Anakin Skywalker, I would certainly like to. But I'm not, I would certainly like to quote Anakin Skywalker. What? That doesn't make sense. Anyways. Reading from the post. We've learned that the infamous picture that prompted the craze of posting lewds and nudes on Nick Rekieta's locals, ending with a bottle wedged up Nick's bare ass. Again, you can't really even blame MANdy for that. You can blame MANdy for starting it, which I'm not saying that this post is blaming MANdy or Nick or whatever. I'm just saying, ultimately, MANdy didn't put a gun to Rekieta's head and say, post a bottle up your ass, motherfucker. That didn't happen. That was Nick choosing to do that just on his own. And I'm sure other people were doing that themselves. But Nick didn't have to do that. As the saying goes, if I've been thinking about it for a while, and if everyone else was jumping off a bridge, yes, I would too. Anyways, ending with a bottle wedged up Nick's bare ass was likely the picture that started it all was likely taken off a still image being displayed on a computer monitor. But maybe MANdy took the picture on an old phone or something and the photo was only on her computer or something. That has to be it, right? No. It is my personal belief that all of the photos MANdy posted claiming to be herself were actually stolen, and I can prove it for a lot of them, 5 of them to be exact. Consider the following 5 photos from MANdy posted on locals. These are among the most suggestive pictures that MANdy posted on locals. All of them have the weird pixelated quality to them, typical of MANdy's photos. Just an old phone, right? All of the images are low quality. 4 of the 5 are GIF images, which is that's actually really bizarre right there. The PNG image is also low resolution, 407 by 300. That's a tiny resolution. It's not even 800 by 600. And has the weird pixelated quality as well. Guess what? All 5 were posted by a Reddit user named Submissive Little Toy, who has since deleted their account, but the bulk of the photos must have been posted in 2016 or earlier, because there are forum posts archiving the photos from them, and some of the photos have the date on them. If you look at old.reddit.com, blah, 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 Reddit 6 years ago, comments and such, and poke around the Wayback Machine link in the post, you can find that a single post from this user dated August 2016 had 489,709 views on Imgur and a whopping 6,893 Reddit up-deuterinos as of earlier this year. Now, the tell was image number 1 in the list above. This was posted with the comment, "I dropped my phone on my face," in the thread OMG Monday Night Stream in October 2022. I will post this one outside the spoiler since it's the least suggestive image. The woman is fully clothed in this one. It is a crappy 205 by 154 GIF. And here's MANdy saying, "I dropped my phone on my face," and then here's the picture, which is, I can't, if I clicked on this, it wouldn't even really necessarily be any bigger, I don't think. This was the smoking gun. Put it into a reverse image search, and it comes right up with the fact that they were posted on Reddit by username Submissive Little Toy, and have been archived outside of Reddit on multiple websites. Below is the original photo. You will note that instead of it being a 205 by 154 GIF with tons of noise compression artifacts, it is 1280 by 960 and not weirdly pixelated at all. In other words, the photos were not taken on old phones at all. They were deliberately degraded, almost certainly, in a failed attempt to defeat reverse image searching. Here's a Wayback Machine archive of the original Imgur album where this picture was uploaded. I did try and click on this and look at it, of course, last night, and the link, or not even the link, but the archive seemed to have been dead. So either that was one of the other things I tried that didn't work. Very unfortunate. What a shame. What a shame. I'm gesturing this way this way. There. Imgur has wiped not safe for work content, but as of May 2023, the album had 63,000+ views. The archived Imgur albums all had tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of views, including some with just under 500,000 views. Altistic Right was able to take the original photo that MANdy stole off of Imgur or some re-upload site and replicate the weird old phone picture quality almost exactly. Process, shrink to 10%, enlarge 10 times, shrink to 10%, add in 7% of noise, export as GIF with 64 colors. The difference could just be variation between noise and adding algorithms. The contrast difference is due to how he enlarged and shrunk it, or he might have decreased contrast. Photoshop's algorithm is pretty good. If he was using the GIMP, the results might be worse. Can you tell which one was MANdy's photo? Let's now knock down each of the other photos in order. The reverse image search on the picture posted by MANdy leads to galleries with the other images posted. Those URLs go to a porn site, and it goes without saying that they are NSFW, not safe for work, and only go there with a lockdown browser with ad block or whatever if you choose to do so. From the gallery, we can knock off the other 4 images, though they are sufficiently different that I don't think they would appear in any reverse image searches. And then here, image number 2 is imagefap.com, photo, blah, blah, blah. This MANdy picture was actually the top right corner of an image posted by Reddit user Submissive Little Toy with the weird artifacts added. Image 3, again, imagefap. This MANdy picture was an image posted by Reddit user Submissive Little Toy, which has been flipped horizontally and then cropped to avoid posting the breast weird artifacts added. Image 4, actually an image posted by Submissive Little Toy that was flipped horizontally, probably for the whole reverse image searching thing. Image 5, again, posted by Submissive Little Toy, rotated counterclockwise 90 degrees, and the breasts have been cropped out. If, in case you are wondering, well, what if MANdy posted on Reddit too? Consider this. The Wayback Machine 2016 era archive for Submissive Little Toy includes the comments she posted. She appears to be saying here that the new underwear she's modeling for you guys on Reddit was purchased from La Senza, described by Wikipedia as a Canadian fashion retailer. According to the Wikipedia page, in 2016, around the date of this post, several La Senza stores opened in the United States on an experimental basis, mentioning 2 stores in Ohio and 1 each in Illinois and Indiana. But MANdy is in Texas, and there were no stores listed in Texas on the Wikipedia page as being part of the experimental expansion to the United States. And here's a picture of that Submissive Little Toy. Love modeling new underwear for you guys. Why is the F in a box parentheses? Whatever. Oh, part 3 wasn't the last. Okay. In other words, in all likelihood, the original poster was Canadian and therefore could not be MANdy. Part 4, MK Flower, Team Fortress 2 Addict. Here's MANdy's Steam profile. And it is MK Flower with a female pyro. Well, Pyrocynical would probably like this, right? I'll link to the Steam profile and link to an archive of the Steam profile. The account is nearly 16 years old and was made in February 2008. There are a large number of previous names, but only a few of them are preserved by Steam. You can wipe out your previous name. You can change your name anytime you want on Steam, your display name, but you can also erase the previous display names anytime you want as well. It appears MANdy was called out for being a catfish enough to write a sarcastic bio. Let's hope she wasn't actually collecting dick pics. Oh no, Tug's wife. This could be Tug's wife. And here's the thing, if it's Tug's wife, it actually is a female. It's just a really gigantic, bloated, melty ham creature of a fat chick. This is the hearts, by the way, are the way that Steam censors swear words. Not sure what one this one is. The N word, soft A though, perhaps? I don't know. But says blank, please. Guys, don't play this game. If you're claiming to be a man, then I want some proof, package or GTFO. And then here, continuing the post, MANdy K is a bisexual girl gamer. And here, groups that MANdy is in, girl gamers, and then bisexual gamers. MANdy K appears to have been obsessed with Team Fortress 2/TF2, accumulating many thousands of hours. I'm not an expert on how TF2 works. I've played it, but I have a vague understanding that Valve games have tradable cosmetics or something along those lines. Yeah, Team Fortress 2 has hats. They had hats at first, and then they added a bunch of extra stuff. And some of them can be traded, some of them not. But it depends on what they are. A lot of the hats are usually tradable. I think there's junk items that you can use to craft into hats. That was I never bothered with most of that. According to third-party inventory site for TF2 items, the first trade MK Flower made was in March 2014, and the last was October 2020. MK Flower owns 643 items with real-world value of around $1,800 as of the time of this writing, which is enough to place her in the top 13,000 of TF2 item portfolios, despite not collecting any new items in over 3 years. MANdy Caravicius first started pay-pigging for Rekieta with a super chat in September 2020, the month before the last TF2 transaction. For instance, in February 2019, MK Flower purchased Unusual Cat's pajamas for $153. Holy shit. Fresh out of the plot. Congrats on MK Flower on the purchase, and thank you for the screenshot. Only recent sale, blah, blah, blah. Taking 69 keys. Unusual Cat's pajamas, level 88 hood. Oh, yeah, it's for the pyro. There are archived pages of MK Flower's Steam profile, the earliest being from a few months after the account was made in 2008. My thought was that the earliest archive would be male, but nope. In June 2008, it was MANdy from Israel. If this really is a man, he has been pretending for nearly 16 years. Steam ID Zombie Girl. With an archive link. In 2009, the bio was edited to say, yes, I'm a girl playing online video games. Get a hold of yourself and stop being rude. Also a part of the group Cute Girls, described as for attractive females and guys who like attractive females. There's really nothing that screams catfish more than I'm in a Steam group of attractive, cute females. I love being a girl. And here's a screen cap with Harley the Zombie Girl. Again, update from MANdy, I suppose. This isn't really loading, of course, so whatever. But there's an archive link as well. As of July 2015, she accumulated 3,119 hours of playtime in Team Fortress 2. That is an average of nearly 70 minutes of gameplay every single day for over 7 years. Is this really someone who isn't familiar enough with technology to figure out how to set up a mic for Discord? Discord does have problems with microphones sometimes, but yeah, it is sussy baka. When Discord has a phone app that will be installed and you can use the built-in phone mic. This seems like someone who would be in Discord VCs all day if it was a real woman. And she has 343 out of 518 achievements in TF2 also. And is that the max rank badge for it too? Yeah, 3,119 hours on record, last play played July 6th. As of July 2015, though. In fact, a review posted says that MK Flower has played or has 5,540.8 hours of playtime as of December 2023 in Team Fortress 2, and over 5,400 hours, 56.6 as of the date of the review at the end of 2019. Doing some math, that implies that MK Flower played an average of 85 minutes of TF2 every single day between July 2015 and December 2019. However, only 84.2 hours were accumulated from 2020 to 2023. Along with the date of the last inventory change, it seems that MANdy stopped playing TF2 in 2020. My suspicion is that the ubiquity and ease of use of Discord made the bisexual girl gamer LARP untenable. That's a good word, untenable. You like that word? And MANdy moved to the Rekieta law community instead. In conclusion, but this finally wraps up the whole post. In conclusion, here's MANdy K replying to someone huge ass saying, prepare to receive lots of dick pics. Not from me. I've already seen the boobies. And MANdy, she says, I have a whole album for my Black Air collage. Uh-oh, is this another vault situation? And then picture of Milo holding up the vault, his, personal hard drive of blackmail stuff. This also is very telling. This album of blackmail is something that Umbrella Guy's wife also had done. So could this be that Umbrella Guy's wife as well? I don't know. That there's nothing that points to that specifically aside from the fact that it's a catfish and the idea of getting a bunch of dick pics from guys. Here also, thank you to Clarence for providing the screenshot of Milo's vault. And so that is the end of that post. So, once again, thanks for watching. Big ups to Kiwi Farms. Big up to Baldo's Gate for writing this post. And I wanted to do this video so that in a way it would be easier to consume or absorb, or whatever you want to call it, the post, so that you can see it for yourself. Even with Kiwi Farms having its current problems with the loading, which is getting DDoS'd a lot. There's another post I want to do, another video I want to do about a bunch of DMs from a former fan. I plan to read it using this format because I think this is nice. I want to change avatars just because I can. I got a whole list of other avatars. You know what? I like this one. Wait. Maybe I should have used this one. I like how there's no lip syncing, but it moves the head up and down when I talk, just like in the original game. I'm gonna use this one. But I might record that tomorrow or later because I want to sit down. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Ugh. Purified hydrogen bomb. No, okay. Thanks for watching. And support us on Subscribestar. I might just post this whole video in public. But there's a lot of videos on our Subscribestar where we go into a bunch of deep dives, doing a bunch of reading and screenshots and the receipts, or also known as evidence. So, become PayPig on our Subscribestar to support the people who are telling you the truth. Learn the unforgivable truths that nobody else wants you to know, and become a human again and a PayPig. I'm trying to remember the pattern. It gets more and more complicated because I keep adding shit to it. Whatever. Look, I'm not going to soft shoe this. Just give us money. Give us fucking money, you motherfucker. Can I clench? Oh, yeah. Give us money. There weren't individual articulated fingers in the original game, were there? Or were there? Because there weren't an MGS2. Again, whatever. You can also donate money to us in other ways. PayPal, Bitcoin, of course. Support shitty webcomics by supporting good webcomics or good comics in general. links below. You can check out Iconic Comics. They got lots of good stuff. King Wolf Comics is a good way to support and get actual good comics and support the real anti-censorship creators. And for everyone else, though, should have listened to shitty webcomics.